And a quick recap. Episode 1, if you didn't get a chance to watch it and you're here now for some reason, welcome, number 1. It was our first episode. We did an intro to the characters. I'm going to have them go around and do a brief little shout-out about what... so just describe them real fast. Don't go through anything, just a real brief whatever. And then they dropped into Barovia after speaking with the Vishtani gypsies. And not 100% agreeing, but mostly agreeing to help them rid the land of the Dreadlord, who is cursed. And then they went on a little walkabout to the village of Barovia, which was very despondent, very sad. They went to a little pub where there were not very many friendly people. They went down the street to hear a woman crying, found out that there's a little girl missing, and then eventually they went back to the pub to ask some people some questions about the missing girl, but ultimately ended up coming face to face with the Dreadlord himself. And that's pretty much where we ended.
I cast Fireball. Did you do that on purpose?
No, I did not. Our music and the background sounds are coming from Syrinscape. We're testing that out. I've got it here on my tablet, and I don't know where it's going to go. Probably right here. And yeah, we're ready to go.
Do you want to switch over to the main screen?
Switch over to the main screen.
Yeah.
Oh,
thanks.
we got a gift. I completely forgot. While we were at Gen Con, we met Rocket Funk. You might have seen in chat, and Rocket Funk sent a gift. I don't know what it is. I feel like some people know what it is, but I certainly don't. Anna and Taylor, you are going to be left out, but this is a gift, and I don't know...
There's 3 of them. They're all wrapped, so I'm just going to hand them out, and we just randomly open them and then decide who's who.
Sure. I hope Rocket Funk is here. I told him like 15 minutes ago. Rocket Funk, fantastic. We're opening the presents.
It's okay, Rocket.
My present
says Steven.
Mine says Megan.
Hey, mine says me.
Switcheroo?
Little nice bags here.
I wasn't expecting 2 of them. I already know what these are.
I don't
Because I was told about them. Chopsticks?
No.
Oh my god.
Also, thank you for the follow, Adriano. Honk honk.
Oh, they're so pretty.
Oh shit!
Look at him.
Mechanical. Are these hand hewn?
Oh,
Yes.
it's
That
a
was
pencil.
a pencil.
There's a
And
pencil.
Mechanical pencil?
I got the pen.
pencils and pens.
They're Swiss rolls.
Yes.
Woo!
Oh,
Ballpoint
yes, there's Swiss
pen
rolls.
and a mechanical job in my guide. Thank you so much. These are excellent.
Mine has sparkles.
Oh.
Very cool. Babinga gold inlet. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
See,
I
which
got
one do I have?
Hadouk.
Oh. Oh, the wood is so lovely.
People who can make things with their hands,
It's so smooth.
incredible.
Cordova?
I don't have the time for this.
So
But
pretty.
beautiful Babinga wood.
Is it the living rosewood?
No, it's Mordora.
I don't know.
Midori
It's pretty, though.
Sours.
Moroda.
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 I would think it was D-Rose.
I'm gonna use the hell out of this today.
Yeah, thanks.
Rocket Funk, thank you so
Rocket
much.
Funk,
This
thank
is
you.
so great.
Hey, Kat, doesn't Rocket Funk have a store or something that you can throw in chat? Please?
Yeah, throw that
Thank
shit
you.
in chat.
Yes, please.
Or Rocket, just throw it in there yourself.
Yes, they're very nice.
Different name for Bolivian rosewood. Hey.
I was like, it looks like Bolivian Rosewood, but I was like, I don't want to sound dumb.
Moro.
Just usually
It's hot as hell in here. Can we turn that fan on?
It is on.
Oh,
I
great.
don't know the decay. I'm sorry.
Hey, I responded.
I'm gonna get responses from these people, DK. It'll happen today. Or, I mean, tomorrow.
Happy birthday to Catcher.
Oh, yes, happy birthday to Katja. We also just got pizza delivered a few minutes ago, so while I eat, I'm gonna have everybody go around and do just a brief little snippet about what we're fading into. In your minds, come back down to a misty Barovia. In the village of Barovia, cobblestone streets, a brief sprinkly mist of rain coming down. In the 5-6 hours that you all have been here so far, you've seen no sun.
No, sir.
We are in a.
What about daughters?
We're in a. We're in
None of
a.
those either.
We're in a tavern. The tavern looks like this. Can you zoom in, that guy? Beautiful little bar here, provided by 1985 Games. We're in a tavern, wooden bar. A middle-aged man behind the bar, balding, just a hint of facial hair. Cleaning some glasses. There are three Vishtani gypsies off in the corner at a table, who haven't been super polite to you, but polite enough. And standing in front of their table is our little troupe here. But this is what the bar looks like. I imagine that the three people are at this longer table here.
Where we're standing.
Yep, and you all are just sort of standing around there.
The entrance right here.
That's the entrance, yes.
Okay.
And this is where we're gonna pick up.
Do you want us to do a quick character thing?
Yeah, we're gonna do a little character intro. I just wanted everybody to get back into their mind what we were looking at. Anna, just go around the table clockwise, starting with Anna. Just a brief description of your character. Just what are we seeing physically?
Brown hair in a ponytail. She's got little horns coming out of the crown of her head. She's got nice facial birthmarks, I guess. And she's muscular a little bit. Tall. She wears red.
You got a little.
Sure.
You got a little.
Luckily, you're not on camera right now.
Giri is very small. She is as small as a gnome, a full-grown gnome can be. Which we think we decided was what, 3 feet? 3 or 4 feet? Yeah, 3 feet. Little teeny. Like 3 feet. She's got pink hair. She's got a nice little shaved head here on this side, little undercut, and a braid that comes back to make her feel like a little Viking. She carries a big old axe. That's big axe. That's big axe.
Good, good.
Oh gosh, me? He said clockwise. You go.
Fine.
Yeah.
Come on. You don't listen.
You see somebody that's about 6 foot, give or take, depending on stuffing. Red eyes, burlap face. Hard to read him because obviously he's a scarecrow. And he's a druid. He has like leather armor that's kind of patchworked and like stitched together. And he carries a scythe and a shield.
Right. Willow is a fantastical elf. She specifically a Landrin, so she's got a little bit of like oranges and browns and golds throughout her hair. She's got bits of vines and flowers that are coming out. She's very cute. She is wearing a simple clerical garb. I think she's carrying a mace in her hand, and she's a cleric.
Rock small.
Rock cute.
I cast
Exactly what
fireball.
I was going for.
Oh, get right into it.
And as we do a little quick shot of each character and their surprised faces, they turn around to see
Scared shitless.
a tall, very attractive man, pale skin, long dark hair pulled up into a small overhead ponytail, behind the head ponytail. The rest of the hair, just the top, and then the rest of the hair sort of coming down to his shoulders. a fur-lined cape, red silk on the inside, black on the outside, red leathers, just swishing around a little goblet. He's just standing in the middle of the room, a little too close to our characters for comfort. And he takes a sip from the goblet. He says, "Well, what do we have here? My friends told me we had some new visitors coming in. I wasn't really expecting this ragtag group of heroes."
He sounds country.
I don't know if you would call us heroes necessarily. Ragtag is a good name for us.
Yeah.
I too was struggling with the word heroes, but I just assumed that Madame Eva would bring me someone formidable.
Sounded a little bit like an insult. Mm-hmm.
You might be right, Gary. I'm sorry. You seem to know who all of us are, but who are you?
I am certain that you have heard a little bit about me. How did they lure you here anyway?
Party.
A good time. Yeah.
Fine. I love
For
the
a
wine.
good time. Yeah.
I love the
Well, I
wine.
promise you this. You will not be finding any parties here.
I can think of one.
I think we kind of gathered that.
I mean, you have a glass of wine. I feel like we could make a party.
We'll see about that. Well, just wanted to see what I was working with. They seeing you. And he turns and silently starts walking towards the door.
I cast fireball.
Oh my god.
I don't have fireball, so
I'm not to say. I was like, when you should burn.
I've never born before, and he's definitely drunk.
He's
Like
fine
him.
looking.
Dreadful is not a word that I will use to
He's
describe
here.
my...
Down here.
I'm certain that you will live to see the true dread of this land.
Oh my
I
god.
think you can tell by my pink hair that I don't do dread, so I feel like we can bring some happy, light, fun times here to your land, if you want.
Yup.
We're a pretty fun time.
Give her some wine. We'll be good. Party started.
Good luck. And he walks out the door.
Thanks.
Right leg.
High quality man. I'm getting dark Legolas. That's what he's giving.
I turn around to the people that are at the table. So, who was that? As he did not give us any information as to who he was.
And I
Very
think,
nice looking.
I think I can infer that that was the Dreadlord.
What was his name?
He did say dread.
He didn't say his name.
The three Vishtani at the table are quiet for a good minute before the one that has been more communicative just sort of raises her eyes to the door and then to the barman and then sort of whispers. She says, "It was exactly who you thought it was."
you've got to speak up. Please remember we have microphones.
They can hear me. Still does not give me a name. No one has given me a name. They just say, the Lord, the guy. I need a name. I don't do well if I don't have names.
Yeah, all we've gotten is Dreadlord. Does he have a name? Or is he just the Dreadlord?
Dreadlord is.
We
Don't speak his name.
don't speak his name.
Oh, is it one of those he who shall not be named situations?
You know who?
It's one of those we literally can't situations.
Do you die if
So
you
if you
do?
say like his name 3 times, he's gonna like appear.
Like
That's
Beetlejuice,
a very good possibility.
Voldemort, and sends his followers. Fear of the name only leads to fear of itself.
Except in this very specific situation where fear of the name keeps you alive.
I need a name.
don't
Need to
feel
bring
like
that man back.
I don't feel like you know his name. I don't feel like you want to tell us his name.
You scaredy cat.
Here, guys,
What?
I mean, the town is cursed.
The whole land is cursed.
Well, we're here to try and help it, but you're not being very
I
forthcoming.
need to lift the curse. Who save you guys? You're not
We
giving
can
it.
come and go as we please,
I don't think
but
so.
here we are cursed.
I thought they couldn't leave. I'm sorry. I thought they couldn't leave.
I mean,
The Vishtani can leave.
yeah, there's Tawny
The
can leave.
Barovians.
Yeah.
You haven't really seen. You saw Mary.
Yes.
That's the only Barovian, and the barkeep.
The bartender.
Those are the only Barovians you've seen. So
Oh,
far.
okay.
Well,
Why don't you just leave?
we were in the middle of something before we were interrupted by him. I believe we
were.
wanted to go take a look at that church.
We did.
We were asking about the church.
We were asking about the church and the father.
Father have a name.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot.
Donovich.
Donovich
Donovich.
won't
I
let
got it.
anyone in.
Yes, it's Donovich.
And they worship the Morning Star,
Yes.
also a name for Lucifer. And it's a minor deity.
Yeah.
The Morning Star is.
Because we were on the tail of, we were trying to at least find some kind of word of Gertruda.
Gertruda.
Who's Mary's
Almost said
daughter who went missing. So,
Genevieve.
of course, we have our cards that are our clues. So, in terms of where to go, what to do. So, do we still want to?
I think that finding out why the one supposed place of refuge has closed down for the last
I
year.
agree.
Yeah.
And that's some place that I think that
And
people
it's-
should have some safety.
And it's also one of the only places that child knew about
Yes.
or frequented. At
Yeah,
some point.
She is small, so she can fit in through like little holes, and he wouldn't know.
I kind of just eye up and
Potentially.
down Gary. You're small. You can fit places a child could fit.
You can get in through holes in the church, and we can just stay here and have a
She
glass
may
of
be
wine.
small, but she is mighty. Yeah.
She can kick your ass.
You're
I
making
believe.
assumptions that we don't know that yet.
I
I got a
believe she
feeling
can
that-
kick your ass, though. We're just gonna leave it there.
When she's 3 feet tall and she's carrying a giant fucking axe, I think she could kick your ass. But I digress.
I digress.
Church.
Church.
See what this
Church.
Donovich is about.
Yes, we must go to the church.
Donna
Because I
bitch.
don't get why one place of good refuge, a priest would turn away the needy.
I don't either. So, guess we're off to the church since nobody here will tell me this guy's name.
We'll figure it out later.
Maybe
And we
it's
can
a-
say it 3
maybe
times.
it's a
and then
game.
Come back.
we'll make a game out of it.
One who figures out his name first.
Just so
Gets
we
to-
are finishing setting the scene, it's about noon. It's about midday.
But we already have 2 rooms,
Mm-hmm.
so we've already
Uh,
purchased 2 rooms.
Yes.
Yes, we were able to find a place to stay. So mainly it's just us wandering around until we can figure something out.
As you all make your way to the door, as you go to open it, it slams open towards you, and a man, probably in his late 20s, early 30s, is standing there, wet And he steps back a little bit, and he says, "Oh, it is true. There are new people in Barovia.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, that's
Ah.
us.
Might I, apologies. Could I perhaps, take a little bit of your time?
Well, we just got here and we don't really have much to do otherwise.
Besides saving a child, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, whatever.
Besides, we did promise Mary we'd help her child. But
Small child.
sure, yes.
Law.
We don't have any leads on the small child. We've looked
Can
everywhere
I-
we can right now.
What can we do for you?
Here, but mere hours and still helping. I'm also going to be asking for help. Might I buy you some drinks?
Yes.
Can we sit here?
Sure. Sure.
This man is probably about 6', 6'1". He's got blonde hair, wavy blonde hair that comes to his chin. Clean shaven, very hearty brow and jawline. Shoulders, like a man's shoulders. It looks like if he would make TikToks, his TikToks would be about chopping wood.
Okay.
I love those TikToks.
So he's a lumberjack. Got you.
He
And the one of the firemen pulling up the.
he's got just a regular like cotton shirt on, but he's got like a leather vest over top of it.
Given Han Solo.
Dressed modestly.
like a yeah, sure, like a Russian Han Solo.
Yeah.
He goes to the bar and he gets 2 bottles of wine and he brings them to the table with 3 glasses or 5 glasses, sorry. And he sort of stands while you all sit, and he says, "That was Strahd that left, was it not?"
We have a name.
Rod.
Oh, we have a name.
We have a name. Are you gonna die because you said his name?
Nobody here would tell us his name.
First, what's your name?
Protection from good and evil.
Oh, my
Yeah.
name.
What is your-
My name is. My name is Ismark Kulyanovich.
Ismark. I'm Eris.
Ismark. Can you spell that for me?
ISMARK.
S. I put a Z. IS.
Ismark.
What was the last name?
Kulyanovich. Can you spell that?
Yeah, fine.
KOLYANOVICH. My father is the burgomaster of the village of Barovia, but that's not important anymore.
Is he the Burgermeister Burger?
Ooh,
I was gonna make
I
this.
love that.
I was thinking
If you were speaking to Strahd, then our fates, our destinies may be overlapping.
What do you need, Ismark? How can we help? We're here to help the city.
We
That's
can
what
help you.
we're here for.
I believe that you will find that that is not the goal of most people. So I am happy and happy to find you willing to help, but sad for the struggles that you were about to undertake.
Yeah, we've heard about a lot of death. We're all gonna die. Strahd's gonna kick our ass. Whatever. What?
That is the typical life in Barovia, unfortunately.
Well, I have hope.
We can change
You spoke to Strahd.
that. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What did he say?
He kind of came, barged in here, sized us up, said, "You're all gonna die," and then walked out.
Yeah, he was very degrading.
You'll find
Harris was a little bit into it.
Harris was a little bit.
Little bit. It's fine. We'll get over it. We'll get over it. We'll get over it.
there's a
It's
lot.
not my time.
Blonde muscles for days. It's right in front.
You all have a lot of joy. Sad that that will eventually fade. You don't seem to know very much about the Dread Lord.
No.
No.
Strahd von Zorovich has been the ruler of these lands for too many years. A long time ago, ignore the footsteps. That's not something that's happening. Hold on just a second. Let me get through Syrinscape.
It's somebody else that's walking in the tavern. We're
Strahd von Zorovich.
Strahd von Zorovich is the lord of these lands. You will find that he is not a good lord.
I kind of picked that up.
Yeah, he kind of seemed like an asshole.
Evil, evil man.
The regality of his station is far outlived at this point. Barovia has been cut off from everything for many, many years.
How many years?
Exactly.
I don't know. I would wager that no one knows exactly how many. Too many. Strahd is eternal.
Immortal.
Yes.
How do you kill an immortal lord?
That has been my goal for some time. You see, my sister, Irina, has been the target of his affections for quite some time. He has come in the night to our home and seduced her and done something to myself and my father that has disallowed us from reacting or stopping him from being there, and I don't know what it is. His grasp over this land is suffocating. And for some reason he's focused his attentions on my sister. And no one knows why. He has taken our home and besieged it with violence and endless attacks. We have not slept. We have not... I apologize. This is... I love my sister very much.
Okay.
And I fear that he has corrupted her, like he has the land. I have nowhere else to turn, and I heard that there were new people that arrived, and it is... I don't know where else to go. My sister needs to be taken somewhere. She needs to be protected. She cannot stay in our home because he has found a way in and will not leave us be. I cannot allow her and her purity and her beauty to be taken away to his castle. I don't know what he will do. I cannot do anything to stop it. I need help from people who have not been poisoned the sadness and the darkness of this land. There's still color and brightness in your faces, and I don't know how long it will last, so I need your help.
How can we help?
There is a town to the west. It is called Valaki, and they have constructed walls to prevent Strahd and his spies, his demons from getting in. I don't know how effective it is. I have found it difficult to leave our home, to leave our village here, which has no protection. All of the people here are dead inside. There is no there is nothing left in these people except for life, if you can even call it that. They live, they eat, and they work, but there's no one left. There's no one left in the village that does anything. The chaplain is locked in the church for almost a year. The last person to come through here, the mage, he came through and he recruited people and they died, and all of the people like yourselves have come through and they have died, and it's not, I don't know what else to do.
How many have come before us?
In my years, there has been individuals that have come through, brought in by the Vishtani, by Madame Eva. They have done their best, but they have failed. The last was a year ago. He was some sort of... He had the magics, he had the ego. He had an ego. He raised people. He took is what he did. He took when he came, and he failed. When he took what was left of our village. Since then, there's been nothing. No, not at all. He tried, and that's more than can be said than most. But he tried, and when he failed so strongly. I had faith. I almost joined him, but my sister and my father, I couldn't leave them. I had faith in what he was doing. I believed in his cause, but in the end, I couldn't commit. And
Gone now?
he raised, well, I can only assume, because he took a group of people, of strong people, of strong-willed people, and he ran straight to the gates of Strahd's castle. We never saw any of them again. I don't know what you will be able to do, but I need help. If you are going after Strahd, I would ask that you at least try to save my sister beforehand. I will do what I can to help, if I can help.
I know what it's like to want to protect siblings.
Do you? The gentleman that you all been speaking with.
Oh, yeah.
Are you born into this
I
error, or
yes.
Part of this first, he can't leave. Is that what that yes was?
he was
I
not around when it first happened?
not tried to leave. Father wouldn't allow it. The only ones that can leave are... And he looks over his shoulder. He gestures to the
Vishtani.
Vishtani in the corner.
How is your father?
Well, a week ago my father died.
Oh,
So sorry.
did he die?
In the night, there was...
It's okay.
Our home in the village is set apart. since Strahd's attention has been drawn to my sister, there have been almost nightly attacks by wolves, by emissaries, by slaves of Strahd's, and my father had had enough. He was an old man anyway, but he had had enough of not sleeping. He had had enough of the assaults, and I begged him not to. He went and he fought them, and he killed several of the wolves that were trying to get into our home. How do wolves, how do animals, how do they come together as a force to try and break down a door? How do they try and find the weaknesses of a standing home? How do they do this? If not by dark magics. Fucking bastard. I apologize. My father is dead, and I am now the only one that can look after my sister, and I don't know what else to do but to try and help her get out of here, but I don't know how to do it.
You ever had anybody back through your home, like look and see if something has been placed upon it?
Oh, several things have been placed upon the home. There, every day I find strange, whether it's some sort of sigil, some sort of magic that's placed on the door, that's scratched on the wall, that's been in blood written on a window, or it's some sort of weird figure made of brush or wood or something laid on the path or hung from the gates. I don't...
Tried to move? Have you tried to leave the house? She?
My father was the burgomaster. My father was in charge of this town. My family has looked after this village for longer than Strahd has been in power, and my father would not leave. There is nothing left here for me or my sister. I have no interest in ruling over these people. They're hardly even people.
So is there currently a burgomaster with your father passing? Are you the de facto burgomaster?
I suppose so.
That's the authority to go.
That's not true. I mean, sure, I can leave, I can go hunting from the village, but if you step foot into the mists, you're either drawn back in or you don't return.
What?
Your sister. Does she want this?
I fear my sister has been... There have... My sister does not want this. In her waking hours, she weeps, and she is inconsolable. But at night, I hear her speaking. I hear her talking in her sleep or something, but it's happier. Do not believe that it is her that is allowing him into her life, into her. I don't know what goes on. I've heard his voice through the walls, but the doors are locked. I cannot get in. I hear him, and I try and break down the door, and there's something that prevents me from getting in there, and I hear them speaking, and they laugh, and they talk, but in the morning she cries. She is ill. There is something going on. There is magics, or maybe it's the curse that's invaded her life, or something. There is something that... Don't know. I do not have any answers for you. What I would have tried to do it myself. I have tried to do it myself.
Can we speak to her?
I have spoken with her.
May we?
I would appreciate.
Maybe if she won't talk to you, or there are things keeping you from talking to her, things have not been placed upon us as we are new.
There's nothing wrong with it. Drafts. Sorry.
Steven, what's your passive? I haven't printed out your rolls.
My passive is 15.
I think that you would have noticed throughout this conversation that he's avoided eye contact with you as much as possible.
I was going to ask if I if I think that he's being genuine with what he's saying, or if he's holding something back.
Go ahead and make an insight check. I'd love you all to jump in so I'm not talking to something.
You're good. We're just listening. We're listening with bated breath.
Sorry, I find the right tab. You said insight?
Mm-hmm.
16.
16. It does. He seems genuine. The emotions are very real. He seems frantic.
Desperate.
Does he feel like he's holding something back? It's kind of more than just a day.
Is there like something
Is
he's
there
not telling us?
Like, I can tell the emotion is real. I'm just trying to see if there's.
Well, because the lack of eye contact.
Well, from you.
I mean,
Well,
Has he been looking at us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Suspicious.
Mm.
It might just be because you're creepy.
With a-
Just a little bit. I don't see scarecrows that often.
With a
That life's
16,
Living, talking scarecrows.
I think that you feel that he is giving the information.
Everybody wants some goldfish.
just a mechanical thing.
While
I've been sitting here, is this kind of considered like a short rest? We've been talking for like an hour to this guy.
This is kind of short rest, DM.
Our short rest is an hour. It's not quite been an hour.
Sit here for the next 15 minutes until it's been an hour. Can you tell us anything about the father and why he closed the church up?
The chaplain,
Yeah, Donovich.
there were some nuts on the table.
What reason?
We have
I'm
heard
used to being the
about.
thirstiest player at the table. This is a switch for me.
We've heard about Donovich and how he has holed himself up in the church. We
Got
were
some Red Bull in.
wondering if maybe you knew why.
I mentioned the mage that came through about a year ago.
Yeah.
Donovich's son, Boru, was one of the individuals that
Good to
was
the farms.
recruited to assault the castle, and as far as I know, none of them returned. So, if I were to guess,
Probably morning.
I'm not a religious person and haven't been for quite a while, you can imagine. I would wager he closed the church for his own sake, for his own sanity, for his grief.
It's good to.
Do you think that it might help his soul to speak to someone that has at least some faith left in them? And I'll kind of motion towards Willow.
I don't know much about the Morning Star, but
Well, I'll leave it up to you. But I will say this. If you wish to speak with my sister, she is insistent that we get my father buried. We have not been able to do this because every time that she tries to leave the house, we are beset upon by some form of Strahd's minions. Our father's body has been sitting in the front room of the house since his passing, because we have not been able to take it to the church to be interred. As far as I know, No one in this village has died in a year, as far as I know, because no one has. The church has not been opened. There has not been a ceremony. I rarely see anyone on the streets.
Sounds like we're still going to the church.
Yes.
Shall we? Well, shall we swing by the house, pick up the body, and then go to the church?
Yes. Get it out
I
there.
was thinking we should go to the church first, make sure that we for sure can get into the church before we carry a dead body and unceremoniously have to dump it on the steps.
Wouldn't dump it on the steps. But
No.
You know what I mean.
But it is thinking of their house. It's been
Carrying
several weeks.
it.
And if anything, if the priest will not, I certainly would say. If you don't mind.
We've got the religious
That
person right here.
will mean so much to me, but even more to Irina. He starts to weep.
Oh,
He says,
Just reach out and take his hand.
there has not been any hope in Barovia for quite some time.
I reach inside and
And for some reason I have it now, and I thank you for that. At least it is a very difficult thing to live here and to exist with the persecution of this bastard on the hill.
Thatch reaches into his chest and pulls out a handkerchief from his stuffing and hands it to the guy.
Pour him a glass of wine.
I'm just sitting here.
It's. I think you will have a very hard time here. I've never seen one of you that can speak.
Neither have we.
Yes, it was a big
This is
shock
the
for us
first
as
one.
well.
Now there I.
We that is true. We have it's.
Thatch is one of a kind.
I'm still trying to get over it.
But he has a good heart. It's made of rock, but it's.
You see, he doesn't have any ears, but he can still hear us. Don't know how
There's
that.
a lot of confusion through the tears, but
Magic.
he tries to wipe them away as quickly as possible.
It's okay. Still a meme.
I definitely think we should go to the church first to ensure
Yes.
safe passage from their home, and then we can meet them.
If not, I will kick them.
We're done there. You may come to the church with us if you wish.
Even though he hasn't opened the door, has anyone spoken to Donovich?
I don't know. Not tried. This is the first time I've left the house since my father's. Since he.
Yeah, it's
I understand.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Where is your home?
If you leave here, the church is the road to the right.
Mm-hmm.
My house is the southern part of town. Go across this square and follow the road down. If you hear the woman crying,
Yes.
Mary.
Mary.
Yeah, we've talked with her.
Mary. We've.
well, down the road from Mary's home, you can't miss it. It's surrounded by an iron gate, and the gates are torn down, and everything is overgrown. And I'll do my best to look out for you.
Have you tried to fix your gates to make it slightly harder to get in?
Every time that we did, they just got broken down again, and we gave up a long time ago trying to do anything to protect the house.
Some protection's better than no protection.
Well, luckily, nothing's been able to get in except, well, yes, that's a very,
He may be
That's
a
a very
devil,
good
but I
description.
doubt he's the devil himself. But
I think you'd be surprised.
They say the devil used to be the most beautiful angel.
People,
Not anymore.
people have a lot of stories.
Evil.
Anyway, I appreciate you just listening. If I see you again, I will be grateful. If not, I do hope that you can kill that to this castle.
You'll see us shortly. We're gonna come visit you and your sister after my comrades finish their drinks here.
Anything you need in town, you just tell them that. You tell them that the burgomaster is taking care of it.
Thank you. Thank you,
Can we get a refund on our rooms that we already paid for?
Thatch.
I
Oh, Dad.
will take care of it. Yes.
Oh, you are an angel.
Let's repay him back by helping out his sister.
Yes, I agree. Let's
There's
do
like,
that.
oh,
That too. Yes, let's do that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He grabs one of the bottles of wine, and he takes a big old swig of it. He says, "I'm gonna take this with me." He walks out with the one bottle.
Mm. It's giving me Chase Ballinger. Fiction man. Yeah. It's not a very popular book, but I'm obsessed with it.
Well, it seems that all roads lead through the church a little bit,
Let's go to the church.
but
Let's go to the beach.
I'm just wondering if he'll be more likely to open the door if we have a dead burgomaster on our hands. Literally.
Well, we can go speak with him. If he chooses otherwise, we can force him.
Or we
Or just cause a little trouble.
Like trouble.
let's do trouble.
I think the trouble's going to find us soon enough without us causing extra.
True, but
But if we
So
start
little trouble can be fun.
if we start the trouble, then we won't be surprised when trouble hits us.
Well, my thought was that tonight we might not be staying in our rooms and that we may stay with...
with Irina, yes.
When
And even though-
Islark-
We're there to guard his sister.
The sister, yes, the sister, right.
Sure.
Sure.
I have not met this girl, but I am already feeling a bit of a
There's magic behind it.
protective nature.
I think that we also may want to look at the gates and see if we can't
Is anything?
fix them a little bit.
Or at least lay some traps.
Traps.
And if we can fix up the gates a little bit, maybe we can try to bottleneck their attacks.
We can also see if we can, he said there's a bunch of stuff on, markings on the doors and the walls. We can see if we know anything about those.
If there's anything unsavory or necromantic in nature, I can get a few tricks up my sleeve.
We got the religious
I
one.
can try to fix the hinges on gates and things of that nature. We need.
I can go girl talk.
Well, let's pay this Donovich a visit. I'd like to bang on his door very loudly.
Kick it in. He's a priest.
You should say bang him. You said bang on his door.
His door
I didn't know what
very loudly.
They're going to take another 10 minutes to finish their drinks. And then we're going to go.
He's ready
really
for this short
Use the
rest.
short rest.
I don't necessarily need the short rest. I just want the short rest.
Goodness.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that has taken any
Have the
damage.
short
to it.
rest.
You are. I think
So,
Gary, if you'd like to use hit dice, you absolutely can, because
I probably should.
Thatch
way he's-
has insisted on a short rest.
The way he's giggling, this scares me.
You know what they say, never trust the scarecrow.
I'm just having a good time, folks.
Well,
I feel very good about the 2 accents that I've done so far.
Yeah. I'm still trying to comprehend
There's my-
how Strahd is country.
Oh, he's not country.
he's not.
It sounded like it a
just
little bit at the
doesn't.
beginning.
He just talks very
got a southern
smoothly.
drawl.
Just a little bit
It's
of
a
a
little-
drawl,
there's a
but it's
little-
really
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's very good. It's very.
There it is, definitely scheming.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
8? Lovely.
Sorry.
Is that
Yeah,
D8?
probably.
No, you're a barbarian. You're a D12. I think.
12,
I don't
I
think it's a 12. I think it's a 10.
I don't know.
It's an
What
eight or
I don't know
a
what I find
so
is
go
the
up
problem.
to
Don't ask me. I don't know.
where is it?
You want to do them?
No, I'm good. I just wanted a few.
Well,
Anybody
what
else
did you
want
roll when you rolled
goldfish?
your
He doesn't know because she just
Remember,
got
that's
rid
why
of
I'm
it.
asking.
Hold on. Barbarian.
Oh, here I found it. 1d12 for barbarian.
Gary
Oh, wow, I
the barbarian.
So,
So I have 3 d12s
you all are making your way to
use
the
if I want.
church?
Si, senor.
Oh, it's in if you go to features and traits at the very top, there's hit points.
Yeah,
If you click right on it.
Yep, that's where I found it.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, D&D Beyond.
Thanks,
D&D Beyond.
I haven't got a chance to check out 1D&D yet, but I'm very excited to look at the new
nice?
feat update.
Yeah,
You
right?
said what?
But I don't get
1D&D
extra, right?
Beyond.
No, it's plus
No,
your
I just heard the 1D.
plus your
Yeah.
Constitution, I believe.
Yeah, but I don't
Harry
get
stuff.
extra past my max hit
And
points.
smile
No.
I don't know about that. As you all exit the Blood on the Vine Tavern and turn right to go north up the street, it is still raining outside. Still very overcast. Still no one on the streets.
Just want to point out that I rolled an 11.
Oh wow.
Woo!
I only needed 5 hit points.
Bad.
Atop a rise against the roots, against the base of the cliffside that basically erupts out of the ground and protrudes over the northern half of, the village of Barovia. That top and throwing a heavy shadow over half of this village, the castle of Ravenloft. There is a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. This is the church. It has clearly seen...
Better days?
Yes. For a long time, it appears there has been very little care given to this village, but more specifically this church, this building that sits at the northern end of town, closest to Castle Ravenloft. A bell tower sort of sits at a tilt and rises towards the backside of the building, and there's light that can be seen through windows, through the crack in the front door, through holes in the roof.
Holes in the roof. There you go.
And there are even some rafters that are visible because the roof has fully caved in places. This place has not been cared for some time, and doesn't resemble a church at all. And as you all approach, the heavy wooden doors on the front are sort of askew. Not necessarily open, but also not fitting to the door frame. But as you get very close, there are scorch marks, there are claw marks. Not only has this building not been kept up, it's also been attacked, it seems. And at this point, it's probably 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Great. So,
I go up and knock on the door.
I think that she should lead that.
You want to do the honors?
Oh, she is the religious
You're the one who
yeah.
said you wanted to bang on the door very loudly.
I do. Taking an inventory just to make sure that I can understand the situation as to maybe why he stays inside. And done.
On a bitch, more like.
He is still a holy person. You knock very loudly.
Willow is unconventional.
You knock very loudly, and there is no answer. But you knock once, and you knock twice, and it does seem that these doors are a little loosey goosey.
Gary. Yes. Would you like to kick the door in?
I'm very good at that.
Honors.
I don't think it will be very hard.
We could just try to open the doors.
That's
No.
also true.
Let's kick them in.
That little chaos is so fun.
Let's kick them in. Get his
I walk up
attention.
and I push on the door.
Oh,
The door opens.
Hey.
Ah.
Swing.
that's so upsetting. I wanted to kick it in.
Mr. Donovich?
disappointed.
Mr.
Hang on, just let me
Freeze.
set this up so you all can see what's going on.
My name is Willow.
Maps proudly provided by 1985 Games.
Thank you, 1985 Games.
Hold on, I'm gonna try to get this.
Question.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hold on.
Those are death saving throws. If you ever die, you're gonna have to fill those in.
Yeah.
Also, it's Sharpie. It was an ink box that had faded, and now I wanted it to still be there.
I was like, did you get one?
No.
I was gonna be upset. I was like, oh my god.
Okay. Apologies. I was setting up the.
I'll just announce our presence, I guess.
Sure. The doors open to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit. There are a few candles on the wall, but they are dead. There isn't much of a difference in the smell from outside to inside, except that it is drier in here. To your left and right, there are 4 doors, 2 on each side, that are closed. You can see ahead of you that the chapel appears to be open, but is strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice reciting a prayer. As you yell for Donovich, the prayer is interrupted. And as you yell for Donovich, you hear in the distance a scream or a growl, something in between, that appears to just echo through the entire building.
I immediately grab my axe.
Sure.
Don't like that.
I'll just scoot behind her.
Just in case, Gary. I'm gonna cast Warding Bond on both of us.
What does that do?
Spell wards a willing creature you touch and creates a mystic connection between you and I.
Ooh.
Until the spell ends. While you're within 60 feet of me, you gain +1 bonus to the AC and saving throws.
Yeah.
And you have resistance to all damage.
Ooh.
Yes.
Wow. Both of you?
Each time you take an amount of damage, though, I also take a little bit of damage.
Gotcha.
Spell ends if I drop to 0 hit points or you become separated from me.
Okay.
Just in case,
Is that a concentration one?
duration of 1 hour.
Gary goes,
It's not concentration.
Tingly.
It's not concentration. It's just boop. So you just feel like this warm, like autumn air just breeze right through you as I touch your shoulder.
tingles.
And strangely, you feel a heightened sense of my presence. Just to add flavor.
Stand behind the both of them.
Your new friend is very close to you.
I'm sorry.
just ramping up pre-rage.
It's like a pre-workout.
Took that protein.
Yeah,
You got that pre going on. You feeling the tinglies, the itchies. You're ready to go.
Just in case.
All right.
But like I'm doing
Hold
that.
on.
Sure. Just in the music.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, that's scary.
Great.
Yeah.
I can hear it.
Great.
I'm dead.
The spooks are here.
Great. Mhm. Love that.
I'll just
Is it?
I'll say like a
scream?
little
Mhm.
since we're in the building, inside voice, outside voice. I'll have Gary just touch her shoulder and walk a little bit forward and speak a little calmer and go, Mr. Donovich? My name is Willow. We came here looking to help, and we wanted to know why your church has been closed to the public. We have someone in here in town would like to have their rights read. Had a family member pass away recently. We were hoping you could assist.
The church is closed.
The church. Why was it closed?
Well, the door was open.
The bell still work.
Apparently.
No one has come here in quite some time.
Well, we are here now. I'm behind these two.
Do not dally. What do you wish of me?
We wish to help, but we also wish to help you if necessary.
Why would you think that I need help? And at this point, you've sort of edged your way closer, and you can see that the chapel is just, it's in shambles.
Yeah.
The pews are askew, there is dust, there's water coming in from the ceiling.
Yeah.
There is cracks in the wall, the windows are broken in, there's glass on the floor, and all kinds of other debris. And at the far end, you can see that there is a dais and a little pupil there, a pulpit. And he was knelt down behind the pulpit,
Okay.
and then stood up when he heard you all enter. Well, I don't know what I can do to help, but speak it and then leave.
We wanted to bring a body here, but we didn't want to be shut out, so we wanted to come and talk to you first before we brought the body here.
Where is this body? Who passed? What?
The
What did
burger-
you need to do?
Burgermeister.
He passed a week ago.
Miss Mark came to us asking for assistance.
This is the first that I'm hearing about this.
Lock
It
yourself
seems
up,
like you
please.
don't leave much.
It's been a year.
I
We're
have
scared
not
to come.
been a priest. I do not feel only in the slightest.
You were praying.
Well, one can pray, not be a conduit to whatever exists out there, if anything at all exists.
You seem to be very broken. We want to help.
Well, I will do my bit. This is the first I'm hearing of Kolyan's death, and he's done what he could for this town, and if that's the last thing I do as a priest, then so be it.
So we can bring the body here and you will read them as rights?
If that is my job, I will do my duty in this instance.
Priest here.
Quite some time. Well, I was 15 when the previous pastor passed.
Natural causes or
Oh yes, he was an old man.
Was time blurred for you as well?
Time is a fickle thing, and for those of us who are still cognizant of life, yes, time is blurred.
Can I ask you a quick question? Noise when we first came in, that really loud screamy thing.
we did hear a disturbance. Do you have bats?
Yes, there are bats. Yes, that's what it was. It was bats. It was me praying. There were bats came from outside.
Inside
believe-
check.
I was gonna say, do I believe
Go ahead. You can both insight check.
I don't think any of us
None of us believe that shit. Big ass crying shit. That's what that
18.
is.
Is that with your bonus?
Yeah.
21.
Hell yeah. 18 and 21. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Absolutely lying. 21. You can see like when you ask, his eyes start to go crazy. Like he was pretty calm until you all asked about it. Then
About the noise?
His eyes started darting and he started turning his head a little bit. He crossed his arms. He got uncomfortable.
Okay. I would like to. I don't know how I'm gonna say this,
Sorry,
but I'd like to
intimidated?
distract him a little bit from that topic. Can I walk up to maybe like a pew, and I have a cantrip mending, and like just tidy up the place a little while I'm just talking with him, just trying to keep his attention on me.
I want to go somewhere.
And I want to kind of like, I don't know, look
Can
at
we-
look at you or look at Gary or look at Thatch and
Wait.
just be like, somebody.
Wait, yeah, where
Somebody
do we
look.
know where the noise was coming from? Like what direction?
It seemed to echo through the whole place. But roll a perception check.
I'll walk to the other end of the queue that you want to fix and mend the other end.
Okay.
We'll just. I would like
We'll
to
tag
walk
team the
Yeah.
mending.
Tag team
directly up
Okay.
to him,
Mhm.
and I want to
19.
go ahead and do that first.
No. What do
I
you
want
do?
to get as close as I can to him,
Sure.
like on his thing, so
Yeah.
he gets down eye level with me, whisper into his ear.
If you need help, blink twice.
He sort of pushes you away, and he says, "I don't know what you're talking about." A 19 is pretty high. It sounds like it's coming from below, underneath the basement.
We got to
Probably.
go downstairs.
As you two,
Which I had like.
as you
detect-
two move some of the
detect
furniture
good
around,
Evil.
as you two move the furniture around and do a little bit of mending, it causes a little bit of a ruckus. Like there's some noise that comes
Oh
along
yeah,
with
because the
moving those
wood's
pews and
coming
stuff.
up and stuff.
Um,
We're just trying to distract
and,
him from the noises.
Yeah.
What a passive perception. I mean, you have a 19. Passive
15.
15. Nobody's
Mine,
been super.
mine
got the
is
highest.
14.
14.
I'm at 10.
Probably to everybody except maybe Gary, who's a little offended that he just
Brushed it
out.
fully ignored.
I don't need no help.
Drop his hand.
I'm a man. I don't need no help.
And
Drop his
can
hand.
hear at a distance. It's almost a whisper, but it just sort of comes through, and it says, "Father, I'm hungry."
What if we're dealing with werewolves?
Gary is absolutely.
No shit, Sherlock.
Gary is still staring directly at this guy, just angry.
Shaking.
It's good that you're angry because you also didn't hear the voice.
Oh no, I know. She's still doing this number at him.
Was the voice, if we didn't know where it came from?
I'm gonna
It sounded like it came
From the
I'm
You
basement?
gonna
had you have a
Basement.
moving 19.
Where is the basement?
You say that to the priest?
No.
Okay.
Talking as Anna aloud. Not as Eric.
Where is it? What's the basement? Where's the basement?
Are you going to distract him? What?
Well-
Hold on, wait.
I kind of want to,
What's my? Hold on.
as another holy person,
Sure.
I
Let's
kind
talk
of
as a
want to
plus
like. My goal is to try to get him maybe just a little bit excited about the faith again, and to like say,
Okay.
what was the, and start asking him maybe a couple questions of like, what was the first time that your God reached out to you? Was it, what was it like reading your first bit of scripture to a congregation? How was,
as she's doing all this, I'm gonna
have
start
you ever
ritual
baptized
casting
someone
detect magic.
before?
He when you start assaulting him with questions.
He's got a big smile on his face.
He gets very confused, and he, you sort of just rapid fire questions at him, and he tells you that he lived in the village with his family, and they would come to services to do prayers and stuff, and he was struck by the relief he felt by coming here as opposed to living outside. In terms of like the first time he spoke to congregation, he doesn't really remember that. Like he doesn't. You actively notice that he doesn't speak about any parishioners. It's really like his personal things that he starts relaying to you.
Yeah.
Detect magic. It's like base level stuff like that.
This is just like I'm trying to get him.
In terms of detect magic, there is above the dais. There is a. It looks like it's a holy symbol. It's just a sun, a very minimalist squared out sun with just a big beam that sort of just comes down and looks like it is falling upon whoever's speaking at the pulpit. There's just a scotch of magic coming from that guy. It just sort of like twinkles like it's got like glitter or something on it. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of magic other than like a holy symbol that he's wearing, which basically matches that thing. There's no other detect magic that you can see coming from anywhere in the room.
Can I?
And even if, because it lasts for 10 minutes, and if I'm straightening things up and kind of working my way just around, and like while they're talking to him, and while like I want to try to like actually go up on the dais a little bit and see if he stops me.
No, he's pretty enraptured with this.
Okay.
It appears like this is the first
I just want to try to do as much of a walk around.
That's pretty much the only the magic that you see in the room.
Are there any doors behind over here?
So there was the hallway that you all walked
that
up
had
here
two
that
on each
had
side.
2 on each side. In here, there's nothing. There's the dais. There's a little rope that goes. You can see it. That goes to the bell tower at the top. But that's it. The 4 rooms at the front and the chapel is all that exists here.
Can I go back to that hallway with the
Uh-huh.
4 doors and see if any of them are unlocked?
Sure. There are. Which one would you like to go to first? If you were walking back to the front door.
Walking back to the front door. Let's go to my right.
To your right.
To my right, which would be the left, walking into the church.
Sure. The first one to your right, you open the door. It's not locked. It is. It looks like a bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
There is a bed and a desk and a small window that looks outside. The bed is slept in, unmade. The desk has a holy book. It's got the same symbol that's over the pulpit on the outside. There's a little journal that looks like it's opened up, and there's a little oil lamp that is lit, and then above the bed there is an almost identical holy symbol mounted to the wall.
Seems to be his room. Since it's lived in.
Yeah, it looks actively lived in.
Werewolf.
Yeah.
That's her theory.
There is nothing
Make your guesses
werewolfy
in
about
the comments.
about this room.
Gary is literally standing behind this guy, and her foot is just that right now.
They call her Thumper.
While
Call me Thumper.
while Donovich is speaking with Willow, he does keep sort of like stealing glances over at you. He's nervous because you got one person who's strolling around the room, the other one who's just sort of searching the church, and then you're standing there, and then there's questions that he wasn't expecting. There's no way that he's controlling this situation, and this is the first time he's interacted with people in what seems like a really long time.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to be enthusiastic, but also I'm a peace cleric.
He's-
so I'm trying to be like really
He's-
calming and
He's answering your questions, but his
Probably.
answers are pretty vague and
Yeah.
like untelling.
yeah.
But he's also like trying to manage the situation with no hope of succeeding.
None.
Um,
Can I look at the other rooms? Or the other one down that hallway?
You're gonna go for the next one on the right.
Yeah.
Next
to the bed.
Yes. This one also not locked. Another bedroom. There's no light in here. There is a bed that is made, and above this bed is a wooden depiction of the same holy symbol that has appeared everywhere else, but very simple, made of wood. The rest of it made of thin metal, tin, whatever. There's nothing. I mean, it's almost identical to the other room, except fully unlived in, nothing on the table. A lesser bit.
She finished her
My interrogation.
I mean, she's just keeping.
She keeps going.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be as rapid fire as I can, but if you want to make like direct eye contact
Yeah.
with me to be like, shut up for a second.
Yeah, Gary's gonna take a moment, roll her shoulders. She's gonna grab the priest
Oh,
by
yeah.
what I'm assuming is the bottom edge of his
Sure.
robe,
He is in a robe.
pull him down, and say, "Either you are going to tell us what is in here, or we're going to find what is in here. The choice is yours.
What do you?
We heard the noise. What was the noise?"
You don't want to roll an intimidation check.
We're just trying to protect you.
This is gonna be awful.
what's your
we all know my intimidation's good.
I'm gonna give him disadvantage on this roll because you're sort of a.
so, but that means you have advantage. 'Cause-
Means
No. I'm rolling disadvantage
He's
on
rolling
his.
disadvantage because I'm helping.
Oh wait, I have this.
I got
We're
good
doing-
intimidation.
We're doing good cup, bad cup here.
Okay, well I've got
Inspiration. Oh, bless.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
That's better. That's better.
Okay. What do we got, Gary?
21.
Hey!
Period.
Oh yeah, sure. He rolled 3.
I got 6 the
He
first.
said he tries to dodge the question, but you pull him closer, and he's like, "Oh God, don't go down there. You don't want to go down there."
I want to go down there. Let's.
Why don't we want to go down there? What is down there?
It's the other end.
It's so terrifying. I tried to help, but I couldn't. And he just collapses
Oh.
into tears and nothingness.
Pat him.
Like he's trying to talk, but there's no blubber and there's no.
Moment, do this number, and then just like
I reach in,
pat him on the head.
I reach in my chest, grab out another handkerchief.
How many good
He's just full of like tissue paper and toiletries.
Yeah.
Down in the front hallway, I'm just laughing. I'm sobbing. I'm just laughing.
Wow.
Yeah. I want to
I didn't mean to make you like break down, but being like really like standoffish.
Shanovich, it is okay. You haven't been here for a very long time. Yeah.
Hey! I take his face into my hands and I'm like, we're here to help, but you have to help us help you.
He starts hyperventilating.
Okay, somebody get him a paper bag.
Donovich, can you look at
Hold on. Just a mo.
You know, bring him some paper bags stuffed in there somewhere.
He just keeps hovering, and he's trying to make eye contact.
Okay, I'm just taking his hands and I'm just gonna lead him through a breath exercise.
Okay.
I'm just like, 1, 2, 3, 4, out 2, 3, 4.
Sure.
It's okay.
What do you want to do?
I think.
If he starts to calm down just a little bit.
No.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Didn't know it was going to happen. I'm sorry. I didn't think he was gonna break down into a sniveling little
Can I go down
What
the
have
other
you-
hall?
hound.
What have you tried for your son?
I thought it was.
I heard-
I thought it was a daughter.
Father. He said father, but that doesn't mean.
What do you do? Okay. You go
He's not going to cry like that.
across
for
the
sure.
hall.
Across the hall.
Maybe.
Across the hall. You unlocked again.
Yes.
This room.
First one.
So if you're coming into the church, first one on the right.
Yes.
Um, It looks like the ceiling of this room has fully collapsed in. There's puddles in the floor, there's shingles, there's like wood, all kinds of like plaster and stuff that have just littering the floor. There is a desk that's been turned over, and like a bookshelf that seems to have been just fully, like, it looks like when the roof collapsed in, most of it hit this bookshelf, so it's like off to the side, and like there's books that are open that are just full, just wet, just destroyed. And in the center of this room, there is just a wooden trapdoor that is fully chained and padlocked.
There it is.
There it is.
Hey guys, I found something.
Well,
Okay. We're getting sidetracked. We came for the father's help.
we did.
We can help the father too.
Yes, but I'm just saying we found something, and it's chained, so it won't open. We can come back to this, but
I'm guessing if we search the father's pocket, we'll find the key.
yes, or the bedroom.
Well,
also,
here-
no, what's in the other?
we're here to help, but I think that's just right. We should probably take this one at a time.
Yes.
Probably help Donovich calm down a little bit. Maybe
I'm not good at
maybe
consulting.
so we stay here and help him. Whatever's downstairs, we don't know what it is. But if we take him to,
I think that we need to take care of whatever's downstairs because I'm afraid if we leave to go get the body, Donovich might do something rash.
I agree.
So we went to see what's in the other door.
I'm trying to find out if he's tried anything that you could possibly help with to help his child.
It's restoration. Help with blind. I can help with
Doesn't that help with some disease?
some.
I just don't know if he's already tried any type of restoration to his skin.
Blind, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
That's it.
That's for lesser. It's greater if it's greater's diseases.
Now check the last door.
Oh yeah,
Just to get off one.
you move to the other door. Let's see. Also unlocked. This room looks like an office. There's several candles lit in here. There's a desk. There's a bookshelf. It's almost identical to the room with the collapsed, but there's no trapdoor in here. There's an extra bookcase that's full of books. It looks like this room gets used relatively regularly. Yeah.
Can I search it to try to find a key? Or
Yeah. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Investigation check. Ooh, where is it? There it is.
Have is string you guys.
What do you get?
A 5.
Plus your investigation?
That's yeah.
There's not a whole lot you see in here. There are books open on the table. It looks like one is some sort of religious text, and one of the other books is almost an identical cover to the religious text, but in a different language. There is with a 5. You don't know it.
Oh, great.
But yeah, there's
That's
not a whole
different.
lot in here that you see.
I'm gonna walk up to Donovich and just hand him my water skin. Be like, maybe take a
You know
drink.
it's for wine.
Not full of wine.
He takes a big old swig of it. And he ends up having a cough or a sob in the middle of it, and ends up just coughing, and then he ends up with the hiccups, and he's just still blubbering and crying.
Okay.
Donovich, I need to ask you a very difficult question.
Uh-huh.
This creature that is locked below us.
Person, place, thing.
This noun below us.
Are they beyond saving? And at this point, are you ready to put their soul to rest?
I did what I could. I thought I could save him, but he came right I put him out. I'm so intolerant.
Done it. Done it. Done it. Look at me in the eyes. Okay?
Look at me in my eyes.
Oh, no.
You did
No, thanks.
everything that you could for your child. Son. And you
Torin?
I don't know.
Torin?
You take with it what you got.
We'll just call him
Okay.
Pete.
Well, no,
And you
because what's his name told us who the son's name was. When he was telling
No,
us
he
the
didn't.
story, yes, he did.
He just said the sun.
No, he said that his son.
I zoned out a little
Oh,
bit and
shoot.
missed that one.
It's weird that the
I
only
was
person
too
that's
big.
not taking notes remember.
I was too busy in life.
Uh,
Was I supposed to listen?
I zoned out for a hot second. And then missed that part of the story, came back in, but it's fine.
We'll figure it
Okay,
out.
well, your son, we would like to oh, you did everything you could to keep him from his
Lycanthropy?
sickness, illness,
Lycanthropy?
Curse.
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 Okay,
Curse.
okay, curse. It is we would like to help but that will probably mean that we need to put him out of his misery. But we need to know what we're going into. We need to know what we're facing.
He's a vicious hellion now.
What kind of hellion?
Does he have paws?
And fur.
What?
And a big snout with...
No,
Oh.
What kind of hellion?
He said he was hungry.
I don't know. He can't. He tried.
Trying to
He
bite?
tried. Did he look doggish? Was he like a dog?
I don't think it's a dog.
Oh, a vampire?
What? It couldn't possibly. No. Do you think that the good Lord got to? He turned him.
The Lord turned him.
And he fully just runs out of the church.
Well, if he
Can
had
we
the key
try
on
to
him.
grab him? I mean,
Can we try?
Oh
to
yeah,
attack of opportunities because he's
I'm
very
definitely
fast.
standing right there. Can I just?
Go ahead. Try and do wow, interesting. Probably athletics.
You need to catch it. Scooby-Doo-boop bop.
So we gotta
Still a 10.
A total of 10.
Still a 10.
So you go and grab him, and he just sort of gets out of. He just releases his robes and he runs off.
But ask him.
It's not naked.
Is what I imagined.
Yeah, every priest in the world runs around with nothing on under their garb.
hey, this is your world. This could be canon.
Yeah, and I told you that he had clothes on when he ran.
Well, now he's
Well,
gone. We can
I'm
do
gonna
what
pick
we
up the
need.
robe and check the pockets.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Now that he's gone, we can do what we need to.
That's true, but I was hoping to try to bolster his resolve, and I feel.
Well, maybe once he
Well, it
sees
wasn't-
that
You
his son
feel,
is at
you
peace.
feel that wasn't gonna happen. I'll give you that one for free.
Okay. He's miserable.
Wait, what am I making? A
Investigation.
Investigation check.
Shoot.
yeah, it's only 12.
12?
Mhm.
12 is enough to tell you that this robe does not have pockets.
So it's in one of the bedrooms, or I overlooked it in the office.
What did you find?
I found 2 bedrooms. One was lived in, one was not lived in very much. A office that was used every day. An office that it looked like a hurricane went through it. Oh, and in that one there was a trap door with a bunch of chains and a deadlock on it. If we want to go look at that.
Cool. I walk down the hallway to the room with the chain,
Sure.
and I say, "Are we doing this? Are we going to go? Is that the plan?"
Well, if we're going to do that, we might as well do it quickly, because my stuff goes off in an hour.
All right. I take my axe and I swing it down on the lock.
Make an attack roll with your what's it called?
Night owl's prowl.
Yeah.
Let us go. It's a 10.
Total 10.
Total of 10.
Well, it is just a lock. So
Okay.
10 was the AC of this lock.
Okay.
Hell yeah!
My dice hate me.
Go ahead and roll damage to this lock.
Damage.
I still got one left.
You still add your bonuses to it.
That's a 5.
5 damage to the lock.
Ace.
We're just like there and just not breathing. And then you.
And the lock is broken. And with that lock being broken, we're going to go ahead and take a break.
Okay.
We're halfway through tonight's chapter of Curse of Strahd. If you didn't notice, we're all wearing the same shirt tonight. And you can get the neighborhood.
Hands out of the screen, Megan.
We can get the neighborhood Hellfire Club related 80s raglan tee in our merchandise shop. The link is below, along with a bunch of other new stuff. But this was one that we wanted to do specifically for D&D. But yeah, go
Also-
check out our new merch.
Duchess, thank you so much for the raid.
Oh,
Whoa.
I don't know if you're still out there or not, but thank you for the raid.
we're gonna try and make this as quick as possible, and we will come back entering the undercroft of the church in the village of Barovia.
Yes.
Thank you all for being here.
Beetlejuice.
We back.
Because.
We tried to fix some of those audio issues, but yeah, we're just gonna jump right back into it. Thank you for everybody that's here. Go check out the merch store. Thank you for all of your bits and donations that I probably missed. Don't forget that you can use bits and donations to give dice inspiration, different kinds of dice to the players and myself. So don't forget to do this. We're jumping back into the game with Gary destroying the lock to the trapdoor that supposedly goes to the basement, the undercroft of this church.
Just real quick, technical thing. I moved Derek's mic closer. If it's too loud now, let me know, and we can turn him down a little bit.
Which now means that we cannot not do this.
See, chatspiration.
Well, that's just a notification.
Oh, okay.
Also, our really cool pins that we got.
Oh yes, thank you, Rocket Funk. I'm gonna use the shit out of this right now.
From Rocket Funk.
Right. And chat, don't forget about your inspiration to us players and the DM.
Just players, not the DM. Don't
Kinda
worry
feels-
about
Yeah, don't give any to the DM.
Kind
He
of feel
doesn't-
desperate at this point.
I like that I can just hold it up
It's a
to
skull.
this camera.
Mm-hmm. All right.
My jail!
Gary, you break the lock to the trapdoor. Let's go. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna. You said that it was chains, so I'm gonna pull the chains and
Yep.
open up the trap door.
All right. My emboldening bond is still up
Probably for about
for about
half an hour.
half an hour now.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
been about 30 minutes.
That's what I figured as much. Lasts for an hour or so.
What's happening?
Is it good?
Okay.
We're gonna.
Who's going first?
I'm gonna try and sneak in, or
I don't think we're making any sneaking with that noise that we just made.
that's true.
Whatever's down there knows that we're here.
Okay.
We can try to see if we do the bottom and we realize that there's a pathway. We could try to see.
And what can we see? Can we?
It is not. There's not a whole lot of light.
Regals is still out there. We're drinking your.
Sacred flame.
Interesting, like a cream soda.
Okay.
Underneath,
Drinking urn brew.
when you open up the trapdoor, there's not a whole lot of light coming through. There is some light down there that you can see, but it at the steps here, it is immediately dark.
That's good music.
That was the door shutting behind us.
Yeah. Oh, it's not going back.
Oh no.
Let us go.
Hey,
I'm gonna use the shit out of this mechanical pencil.
you all want me to
Who's
lead?
first?
I'll lead.
Yes, have the small one go
Well,
first.
if it's still dark and it doesn't make me learn anything, we can try to sneak.
Not with the noise that we just made.
Well, we don't know how far away it was, and we made noise up top, not down here.
We all heard that whisper.
It wasn't a whisper.
Oh, it
that was
wasn't a
yell.
whisper. That was a yell.
Wait,
No, at the first,
wait,
but she didn't hear.
wait.
We heard
What
the
whisper? What are you talking about?
It wasn't a whisper. That was a yell. It was just so quiet because of the fact that.
Oh, because it was so far away.
We heard
You were so angry.
saying that it's hungry.
You were so angry. I guess you didn't hear it. My bad. Yes.
I'm not very good at sneaking, but I can try.
Sneaking. I think I'm.
I can help with sneaking.
I was about to say somebody got past without trace.
I do.
Oh, thank God.
I'm not terrible at stealth.
I am terrible at stealth.
I got the +2 with stealth.
Do we want to try to sneak, or are we saying fuck it and just going for it?
We can try.
We can try
Is there
this.
a ladder?
There's stairs. It's wooden
There's-
stairs.
Just wooden stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, are they Greeky?
That was my next one.
All right.
But I guess
Well,
we're
if
gonna
try
find
to
out.
sneak, I'm gonna do pass without trace.
Okay.
Sure, mark that off.
So everyone, it's a +10 to your stealth rolls.
Okay.
So +10 plus what I have?
Yeah.
Or,
Uh-huh.
So like you have +2, you said.
yeah.
So it's +12.
I have disadvantage.
Yes, stealth rolls from everyone. +10.
Yeah, I critted. Rolled 20 and then I got a 8.
Oh, that is an 18 though.
I got an 8, so 18, yeah.
Why you have disadvantage?
Because of
Armor.
armor.
She's cleric.
I'm a cleric, so I got some. While I'm wearing like simple cleric garb, I also have metal. Clink, 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 clink.
Sure.
23.
23 plus the 10.
That was, yeah, I got an
Okay,
11 plus
23.
the 10 plus my 2.
Gary.
31.
Sure.
30.
Oh, okay.
Oh!
18.
18.
Boom.
23.
I'm a disadvantage.
It should be
Plus 3 on myself.
Who is going first?
It's gonna be Gary,
Gary.
followed by me.
Gary.
Gary, you.
And me.
I'll bring up the rear because I'm buffer.
Gary.
Gary
and then-
first, and then Thatch.
I'm the buff master.
Which one of these ladies is you?
No, first of all, the one's not a lady.
This is fine. Those are all 3
The
ladies.
sorcerer-looking guy is me.
That is a lady.
It's not a lady.
It's 100%.
And then Eris,
Okay.
and then Willow.
Gallowin.
That's
As you all start to make your
No,
way
that's
down the
on.
stairs, you walk down into darkness. Gary, you're the first one down to the bottom. There is a dirt, and you want to change the camera on me? There is it's a dirt floor. There are 5 columns. In the walls are rough-hewn stone. And off in the far corner in this area, there is some light, and you do hear some movement, some rattling chains and stuff coming from over there.
Is that the werewolf? Upside down, I cannot see. It's okay.
It's a freaking vampire. It's a spawnling.
Caleb does that, not Willow.
Alright.
We should have planned this.
I'm going to sneak. I'm going to sneak over behind that middle pillar.
gonna follow right.
Is everybody just going?
The back side of it. Yeah, right there. I'm going to be ready to pop out from the corner.
And I'm gonna be on the other side of it.
Plus 1 to AC and saving throws.
Put me with Gary.
Up the rear. I'm gonna go right here.
Okay.
Just in the middle of everybody, so everybody's within range of me.
I lied. Wait. Hold on. Give me a second.
But you were talking to me.
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, okay. Never mind. They just have to be within 30 feet of me when I cast it. After that, we don't have to stay within 30 feet of it to still have pass the load race. I just read it.
What?
They had to. I don't. We don't have to be within 30 feet of each other right now.
Sure.
So what?
Oh,
In that case, I'm actually
Is
going to
it
be over
broken?
here.
it broke.
It was not broken when I chose it.
I know, I apologize.
Well, do you want to
Most of it is still standing.
So I can still hide behind it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can all
You
3 of
can.
us still hide behind it? Sure. What will be visible?
Nothing if you're hiding behind it.
Okay, I didn't know how far.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I understood pass without trace was everybody had to be within a radius of you for the whole time.
The
That's
Volatile Sense radiates from you, masking you and your companions for detection for the duration. Each character chosen within 30 feet. Oh, you're right.
yeah.
Well, hold on. Then
Hold up.
All of these squares are 5 feet.
so I can't do that.
Yeah.
She has to be within 60 feet of me, so that's why I'm sticking close.
He's right there.
I know.
Wait.
60 feet?
Yeah, 60 feet.
That is very close. Those are 5-foot squares?
Yep.
Yeah.
Shit.
Don't move my pillars.
I was putting it where it was actually squared.
Shit.
5, 10,
Alright.
15, 20, 25. I just don't want us all to be within like a direction. Or
What are you all doing?
Well, I'm rethinking my idea now because they're
You
5-foot
hear-
fucking squares.
You hear chains rattling from the far corner.
We hear growls.
My original plan was literally to just rush in everybody else pew pews from behind me while I.
Oh, you want to off them quick.
I'm gonna talk to him. This fat guy.
But he said, "Father, the whisper said, Father, I'm hungry."
I'm going in.
Oh my God, he knows we're here.
I'm going in.
What are
Gary.
you doing?
I'm going in.
Going in. Gary.
What do you
Think
think
I'm
you're doing?
running in.
Think-
And
Think.
Oh, I want everybody to roll initiative.
do I not get?
There's no surprise. He was away.
He
The
was-
whole time you all were just figuring out what you were doing, I was rolling, and then he finally heard you all speaking.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
I got the 10.
I also have a 10.
Okay, 25 to 20. Sure.
Gary's upset. Uh-oh.
Okay, 15 to 20.
15.
Sure.
What's
And then
your dex
You both
modifier?
had 10. You all can go at the same time, and you can decide who's going first.
Is that the big number or the plus?
It's the plus.
The +2.
You get a +2? Then she goes first before
No,
me.
it doesn't matter. Turn to turn, you all are at the same initiative. You
Yeah.
can decide in the moment
Yeah.
how you all want to do it.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be the same every time.
Okay.
That was the worst I've had.
Fucker! Okay.
Oh, I can't wait for haunted houses, bro.
Okay.
You all hear a sudden intake of breath and say, "Who's there?"
Does it sound like
No.
happy, or does it sound like, oh my God, I'm gonna eat you?
There's a very ominous feeling. There is a stench down here.
Rotting.
It's everything. It's the low light. It's the intake of breathing. It's the smell. It's a bad
So like I have a heavy
vibe.
weight on my chest. Okay.
it's a vibe down here, and it's not a good one.
Okay. Copy that. Who's going first?
Question.
Thatch, you go ahead and you take your turn.
The one furthest from
For
Big
the record,
Boy.
I got an 8.
Oh, I thought you got. Oh,
So Gary's going last. At least out of our lineup. Because it's...
Gary, go ahead and take your turn now.
You sure I didn't get sneak attack?
I'm in charge. I thought you rolled
it's
high.
not a surprise attack.
It's not a surprise attack, but you can go now, and then we're going to enter initiative. Because you made a move. I'm going to let you go now.
Okay.
Tell me why I just got the chills, bro.
This shit's fun as hell.
Or maybe it's for
Look how cool this is. Little cap
Oh,
for
it
the
is a cat
eraser.
for the eraser?
Aww.
You thought of everything.
15.
Well, what are you doing?
I'm swinging my.
Oh, so you're running up to him.
Yeah.
What's
I'm
your
running up
speed?
to him. 25.
25. You can't get to him. There's still about 5 feet in between you and where he's sitting. And he is sitting. He's like laying on the ground. And now that you've moved up to him, you can see him. He's like half laying on the ground. It looks like he's chained to the pillar that he's closest to.
By his neck,
Very-
arms, legs.
By just on one ankle. Very gaunt features, long hair. His eyes are bloodshot. His nails are long. He looks filthy. His clothes are falling off of him. It is it's not a good scene down here. It looks like he's been pooping in
And he's
next
chained,
to the
you said
wall,
he's chained up right now?
chained to this pillar. Yeah.
My turn?
Gary, you moved. What else? Is there anything else you would like to do for your first action this turn?
Can I? Make an assumption of how long the chain is?
Go ahead and make a perception check. We'll call it. We'll decide what this is.
14.
14. It looks like it's a little bit bunched right at the base of the pillar. You can't really tell how long it is, but you know that he could probably come based on, not necessarily based on the chain, but based on the dirt and stuff on the floor. It looks like he can make it to about that other pillar. Just in terms of like the footsteps and stuff that you can see on the floor.
Okay. I mean, that's all I can really do. I mean, I've got a 5-foot reach, but yeah.
Okay, and now now it's his turn, unless you want to do anything else.
You could hold an action. You could hold an attack until he comes within range.
Do we know how long the chain is that he's got?
Well, that's what we just described.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I'll do
I was
that.
trying to find my dice.
He can pretty much reach the next pillar.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So then maybe breaks out of it.
His camera's
Wait.
still.
Oh, well, I
Which
just
one?
fixed it.
This
And
one?
This one?
he stand back up.
Which pillar can you reach?
The one that's fucked up.
Oh, that's probably why it's fucked up. Okay, copy that. Copy that.
Anything else, Gary?
I'm gonna hold my action, I guess. Hold my strike until he starts to move toward.
Okay. He is going to use half his movement to stand up. He's going to sort of figure out why you just rushed at him, and then make an attack at disadvantage. So if you want to go ahead and do whatever you were going to do. That was a 2, so probably not. He probably just sort of, as you run up to him, sort of recoils and just swipes his claws at you, but doesn't get anywhere close. Unless you want to attack.
Well, I mean, I kind of want to figure out what happened to him.
I'm gonna
but, I mean,
hold.
we're in initiative, but
Okay? You're not going to take your action. You're going to forego your action.
he might be able to give us something on Strahd.
I'm gonna forgo my action.
Okay.
And I'm going to look at him.
Well, you've taken your turn. Your action is what you were holding. Thatch, it's your turn. You can't see this creature, this person, him, but you know that Gary just ran around the pillar.
But I know where he is because we snuck in finding where he was, right?
Sure.
So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
And I should be able to see him now.
Yep.
Engaged with. How far away is he?
From you,
Yeah. 5, 10,
about 30 feet. A little more than 30 feet.
130 feet.
You're still in my range, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
130. As my bonus action,
Okay.
I want to do Terrifying Glare.
Scared.
Oh my. Oh my.
What the hell?
Sorry. I obviously touched it. Hold on just a mo.
Your terrifying glare apparently does some serious.
The bonus action is a what?
Terrifying Glare.
What does terrifying glare do?
You literally wrote this.
Yes, but the people don't know.
What if it was? Oh, sorry, go on.
as a bonus action, one target I can see within. Oh, it must be within 30 feet. He's not within 30 feet of me, is he?
No.
All right, then I'm gonna use my action to move closer.
I wish
much
every
closer?
time we
I'm
said
gonna move. I
terrifying
want
glare,
to rotate around this way.
voice activated.
So I want to stay out. Let's say 5, 10. I want to stay just outside of his
terrifying glare.
reach. 5. So I want to be within the 30. Let's see. He's right there, right?
That is within
5,
30.
10,
one movement, one
15.
square would
Oh,
have made you
yeah.
within 30 feet, but you couldn't get there.
25, 30. So I'm gonna move here. And from there, I'm gonna do terrifying glare. Terrifying glare. One card I can see is within 30 feet, which he's now within 30 feet of me.
Yeah.
Must be. Wait, why isn't it giving me the full thing? There it is. You have to succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay. Dirty 20.
He saves, it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Anything happen on a save?
Nope.
All right. Action. Oh, when you
I-
took your action, yeah, you're done. Willow and Eris, does anyone have anything they would like to do immediately? You want to choose who's going?
You want to go first or me?
Do you have an idea of what you're gonna do?
Personally, I'm trying to stay as close to Gary as I possibly can, just because.
Sounds like there's a plan. Willow's going first.
Yeah. Okay. I wanted to try to stay. So I can only move 30 feet.
Okay.
I want to try to be as close to Gary as I possibly can to keep up the emboldening bond.
Okay.
I don't. I am going to. I want to try to get some information out of this guy, if I can.
Okay.
I'd like to say, what do you know about Strahd?
Who are you? And his eyes are just his sunken eyes are just like back and forth, like trying to take in all of you. He's frightened.
Okay. We're trying to help the town.
Okay.
What has he done to you?
That's probably about all you're gonna get out of
I
him this
figured as
round.
much, yeah.
But he looks actively scared.
Yeah.
Eris, what would you like to do?
Beside Gary.
Sure.
Stay with her. Let us stick together. So he seems scared.
He seems scared.
I'm try to anger him, or if I anger him, then
That's bad news for us.
yeah.
It's your prerogative.
But it is your prerogative.
Don't want to scare.
It's what Eris thinks in the moment.
My first thought was
It's just to scare the ever-living shit out of him, yeah. I mean, that's what Thatch is doing.
Do it, dude.
I tried, but I.
Yeah.
Well, because I have vicious mockery.
That'll hurt him
will
too.
do damage.
It will do damage to him.
Yeah. But if you're wanting to try to get stuff out of him, I don't want to damage him.
What are you doing?
You can hold your action. Until he lunges first.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Okay,
Let's
what do you
do
want to
this.
hold as
What are you doing?
I don't know.
you can hold an attack?
Yeah.
I know this is one of your first combats, but you gotta go.
Yeah. Quick.
Let's just hold the attack.
Okay.
I'll just
Until?
move with Gary. Huh?
What's the trigger?
What's gonna trigger your attack?
Him attacking me.
Just
Okay.
you? All right.
Or anybody.
Okay.
Him attacking
him
you.
attacking will trigger your action.
Yeah.
Just so you know,
Okay.
if it rolls back to your turn before that happens, you
Yeah.
will lose your attack. That's just how it works.
Okay.
Gary.
Gary
see. I'm going to look at him. And I'm going to keep my axe up. And say, what happened to you?
Went with the wizard. He said, Mo said that we could take him. He said that we could take the Lord. He said that we could save our families. He said that we could save Barovia, and we did. Did we? Remember, we stormed the castle. We got in. We were inside, and then I saw him. He was beautiful. He was sitting on his throne. He drank. He drank wine. He drank. He was here. And I saw my father, and I came inside. And there was a woman. And she was beautiful and delicious, and I saw her. And I could hear her heartbeat, and then I ate her. Sunk my teeth into her. I bled her dry. I was stuck down here. He took me, and you watch as he pulls his hands in front of his body, and his already long fingernails grow, and you see his features grow very taut, and his high cheekbones get sharper, and his eyes go even redder, and they end up in slits, and his brow furrows, and you can see it. You can see all of his features sharpen as his arms, his fingers grow, and his arms grow, and his claws come out, and he says, "And now I can do it again." And he goes for it's your turn, so you can take an action or
I'm
whatever.
immediately going to
Sure,
swipe at
yeah,
him.
go for it.
That was giving Morbius mixed with the Joker.
Yeah, just so.
Oh,
He's lucky he made it through that entire thing.
Yeah,
Heath Ledger's Joker, though.
but that's exactly what I wanted to hear. I wanted to.
You got what you wanted.
I got what I wanted. I'm good.
I
Okay, we
wanted
can
the
kill it now.
confirmation.
We can kill the poor guy now.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
That is a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, hit.
Ayo.
Uh, 9 damage.
Shout out to Speechless Bard for the extra components that we've got here.
Sweet.
You used your bonus action to speak with him. You want to do so you moved one step closer to strike him. You want to use more of your movement. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
I'm going to stay right there.
Okay. That takes it back up to his turn. He's going to take both of his claws and do an over-the-shoulder swipe with both to Gary, who's the only person in his... Actually, you know what? He's going to do... he moves almost unconscionably quick around Gary, in between both of you, and taking a swipe at Gary as he goes, and then taking another one at Eris, who moved up closer to him as well.
Hell nah.
To Gary. Ooh, 18, 24. Okay.
Actually, hold on.
It does. You take 8 damage as he moves. You barely even see him move. It's just a blur as you feel claws rake across your chest, and then you hear him take a swipe at Eris beside you. Ooh, not as good. Plus 6, 13. What's your armor class?
12.
Okay. 8 damage against you as well.
Did she get an attack because she was holding her action until...
Yes, and you can take your attack now.
Let me put this damage in.
DM question about spells.
Okay.
If I cast... only cast one spell per turn, correct? Unless it's a cantrip.
If it's a cantrip, you can do it as a bonus
I can
action.
do it as a bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay.
You all are going to have to get used to my battle stance here.
Yeah,
I
which
have
is-
I have a hard time moving. It looks like a Super Smash Bros. Little intro here, but this is just this is how I have to. This is how I have to do it.
I'm getting Pokemon battle.
So this is the playlist for the fight. I just don't like all of the extra bits. So we'll let it play, and then I'll go back through and rewatch it and see if I like
Can I?
this.
Yeah.
I'll turn it down a little bit on my
So I'll
side.
turn, I got both.
Okay.
I have this poison spray under my spells.
Okay, make sure you read it.
Yeah, make sure that it's not.
Send your hand toward the creature you can see within range to protect a puff of noxus gas from your palm. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 poison damage. Spell's damage increases by 1d12 when you reach 5th level.
Okay. So you
You're
just need.
swinging him though.
Yeah, you just need to make sure that with spells like that there's no like area effect or something. You gotta watch for other people.
Oh yeah, I gotta
and
watch for
stuff
Gary.
like
Gary, yeah. Well then let's do my wrong one. Sorry, let's do my crossbow.
It's gonna be a disadvantage because he's right in your face.
Yeah, understood. Can I change it then?
Yes.
Okay. That's a pro. That one. Yeah, my sickle of exile.
Yep.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay.
That is 11.
Okay. Plus what's on the
Okay.
hit?
Yeah. Beautiful, and then 1d6 plus 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Nice. Again. Okay. You want to move or anything?
Yeah.
I'll work on it. It's too loud, quiet.
Okay. If you move out of his area, he hasn't taken a reaction this turn. He's going to get a swipe at you as you move away from him. Called an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. Yep.
You're going to let him do it? You're still going to move away?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm messing with you.
No, it's fine. You're learning. This is your first time. Okay. Who's next? It is Thatch's turn.
You're gonna hear this low growl from behind where you guys are standing,
Oh, wow.
and coming charging towards me a brown bear. Bonus action, wild shape.
Okay.
I have 40 feet. I have 40 feet of movement. With 40 feet, can I get behind? Can I get behind him if possible? With 40 feet of movement.
40 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20.
It's a vicious
25,
bunny.
30.
He's a vicious
Yep.
bunny.
Okay.
Vicious
Um,
little bunny.
It looks like a brown bear for everybody else.
Yes, it does.
It is, in fact, a rubber bunny from Michael's.
And then for my action,
Not sponsored, by the way.
I get multi-attack. So I'm gonna do one bite attack, one claw attack. How are we doing it this time with flanking? Are we doing advantage on
Yep.
flanking?
Hell yeah.
Well, so with my bite attack, it is a 19.
Okay, hits.
Okay.
Let's get me.
8 points of damage on the first attack.
Thanks.
Math.
Second one. Second one's gonna hit too because that's a 17 plus 6 as well, so 23.
Didn't you roll 12?
No. I have two attacks. I have a bite
Right.
attack and a claw attack. So the first one was a 12 and a 13 for the first one. Which was
Oh, because you have advantage. I apologize. Go ahead.
Sorry. So,
17 hits.
alright. Well, 17 plus.
Oh, yeah.
And this is 2d6. So 3 plus 9 plus 4, 13 points of damage.
Very much.
Sure. Willow and Eris, you can decide how you go. Probably Willow, because Eris took her action late.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, go.
All right. Where he at? He's kind of amidst y'all. Move up and over here.
Okay.
And I would like to cast Guiding Bolt.
All right.
Ass.
Guiding Bolt up the butt.
Yeah.
That's my action.
Because your allies are close to him, I'm going to give him 3/4 cover.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Okay. A flash of light streaks toward this creature of my choice within range. I make a ranged spell attack, so that would be my d20 plus my spell attack bonus. So it is 15, 19 to hit.
That with the 3/4 cover, that's going to be his AC. So you hit.
Okay, I hit it. Okay. Takes 46 radiant damage.
Christ alive in heaven. All right, that's it. You all
The
set.
game is on!
You all setting the precedent. I'm gonna hype this shit up.
Yeah, hype it up. So,
Let's go!
oh my god. 10,
Fuck off.
16,
Careful clacking.
19 radiant damage.
I'll do
And the
double.
next attack roll made against the target before it and has an advantage. So anybody who makes the next attack has advantage on him. He glows like a freaking beacon.
Eris, your turn.
Freaking beacon. I have a bonus action.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have to
I have the bonus action that I would like to do, cast Sanctuary. So Sanctuary. Everybody within range of me is warded against a harmful spell or attack. So whenever you make an attack against one of us, you have to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Against my save DC.
Okay.
On a failed save, you have to choose a new target.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You just remind me.
If the warded creature makes an attack, casts a spell, takes an enemy or deals damage to another creature with spell. Okay.
Anything else?
That's it.
Okay.
That
Eris.
is it for me.
I'm just gonna Sickle of Exile again.
Okay.
Swing at him.
Is she considered flanking or not? With what?
Well, she would be getting advantage anyway because of.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
can
guiding
advantage.
bolt up the
Guiding
butt,
bolt.
so you get advantage.
I got
This is
it.
why you have to remind me.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4.
So
plus
roll
six.
again.
Roll again.
roll again.
Advantage. So 10, 4,
13.
so 19. Yep.
19. Wait, 6. Let's do this. 6 plus 4 is 10 again.
Sheesh.
Okay. You want to move or anything?
No, we're staying right here.
Gary?
Yep. Gary's gonna do something she should have done the first round.
All right.
I was like, 3!
Go for that motherfucking wild shape.
Alright, let's see what's gonna happen.
I'm so excited. There's so many people right next to you. Gary is a wild magic barbarian. Shit happens when that rage goes off.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Shit happens.
Rolled a 5. Whenever a creature hits you with an attack roll before your rage ends, which is 10 rounds, that creature takes 1d6 force damage as magic lashes out in retribution.
Hey.
Wow. All right. You just got to remind me.
I will do my best.
That's your rage. It's your bonus action.
Bonus action. I'm gonna swing, motherfucker.
And you get advantage because you and I are flanking.
You and I are.
It's a stuffed bear flanking with you.
Yeah, that's it. Back to my.
He's a little bunny.
I apologize that there were no bears.
TK just had to send a list of
16.
animals I think that I think I'm gonna transform into often.
That is a 22 to hit.
Oh yeah, it hits.
Come on, deal.
That is a 7 plus 4 is
11?
11.
11. 11 points of damage.
You want to move or anything on your turn?
Nope. See
Alright.
where I am.
On Doru's turn,
Doru?
Doru, D-O-R-U. He is fucking. He's fucked up, dude.
Best thing.
You all just fucking ravaged this kid. And he's high key panicking. He is. He's just gonna start just wildly swinging. So I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll a d4 on a 2, 3. We're gonna go 2, 3, 4 to see who he attacks.
On a 1, he hits himself.
On a 1, I reroll. 3. So he goes after Gary. For the first one. 22 to hit.
That hits. You're gonna take a 1d6 of damage.
Okay.
Ooh, I get it.
1.
Solid. That's a 1.
Sure.
Single point. Hey, that single point can.
And then 22 does hit you, right?
Yes, 22.
So you're going to take 8 points of damage.
Halved. Because you're resistant to all damage.
Yeah, you're resistant to all damage
the
because
ward.
of the warding bond. Hell yeah.
Plus rage.
Plus rage.
And with that hit, he's going to sink his claws in and try and bite your arm.
Oh, no. Wait, can we just think of a vampire Gary real quick?
Wisdom.
23 to hit
Wisdom saving throw?
That hits.
because
You're making an attack against Gary. You have to.
Guiding bolt.
Yeah.
Oh no, sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
Sanctuary!
Gary.
wisdom saving
Wisdom
throw
saving throw, DC is 12.
plus 3.
If you pick that thing, if you pass,
Oh,
you pass.
so it's a 6 plus 3 is 9.
9, so you fail. You have to pick a new target.
Okay, so he's not going to bite. He's just going to do another claw at Eris. So is a 17. Okay, you take 8 damage from that claw attack. He is going to go reckless to get 2 more at a disadvantage. I'm going to just roll the d4 again. This one's to the bear. Natural 1 swings and misses, spins himself around. He's now prone on the ground, but he is going to try and go for somebody's ankles again.
Shit.
To Gary. For 23 again.
That hits.
All right.
Another
8.
d6 damage.
That is another d6 of damage for you. Thank you.
Great.
Yeah. That's 4 damage.
Sure.
How many hit points?
8. After 4 because you're raging. And I think he's going to use his movement to try and break this chain. Which he doesn't do. You see, after all this, he grabs the train and just starts to pull it as he's on the ground, sort of desperately trying. 15 passive perception. He's trying to get away.
I'm sorry, she was asking me a bunch of other characters. Cool.
He is down on the ground because for his natural 1 he spun and missed.
Sure.
But for his movement he's trying to break the chain because he's trying to get away. He seems desperate at this point to try and get away.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
So Thatch, it is your turn.
2 attacks again.
How?
A bite and a claw attack.
Oh, because you're the bear.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he's like, yeah, since he's within 5 feet of me.
Damage.
18 for the first one.
Yeah, hits.
I'm down. I'm 16 now.
Ooh,
Okay,
that's
so
that's
what's your
12
max?
damage on the first one.
Max is 32, so
Okay.
how much damage?
And then for the
have?
claw attack, that's a natural 20.
Yeah.
So
I'm at
how are you
5
doing? How do you want to do
21.
crits?
So you're gonna do the full damage
Okay.
and then roll.
Okay, so roll normal and then full damage. So it's gonna be 2d6
So
plus
12.
I can
18.
dismiss the bond, though.
What?
It's
On my
it's
next
2d6 plus 4 is what the damage normally is. So I'm gonna roll
But it's
2d6.
just to
2D
bolster your AC.
2d6, so 12 plus 4 is 16 total.
Yeah.
And then whatever 2 rolls. This.
Right. Don't worry about it. How do you want to do this? Because he had 2 hit points left.
So
I'm down to 5 hit points.
Oh, me too.
so
I'll dismiss it.
I'm going, seeing that he's been like going after my friends with his arms, I'm going to literally take with my claws. I'm going to kind of dig my claws into his shoulders and dislocate his arms from his body.
Okay. Sure.
And
Sure.
then he just leans out.
So as this patchwork bear digs its very real claws into the shoulders of this young man, this deformed young man, and just almost fully tears the arms off. The kid just starts writhing around on the ground, and then just slowly starts to slow down, and then at some point just becomes muscles writhing before it slowly just stops, and you see all of the sharp features and the elongated claws and the long fingers just sort of shrink back into a young man, probably 19, 20 years old. Who seems, though very dead, also at peace. But there's very little blood because it's just thick. It just looks like sludge that just sort of is just existing on him. As we are out of combat, and you all have murdered the son in the basement.
Could we try to do anything for him, or is that a fruitless?
That's up to you. You can change that camera.
Oh,
I'm sitting down now.
well, I'm gonna also change you back to the main thing.
Kill everybody. That's about all I can. Yeah, you guys just turn back and you see me like breathing heavily and looking a little bit pale.
Yeah, I'm close to. I'm the same way.
When did you get hurt?
So because of
Because of our bond?
the warding bond,
Ah.
whenever she takes damage, I do too. That's the thing.
Oh.
That's the cost.
Sure.
I kind of, Eris kind of just like
Uh,
clumps down real
I-
quick, is leaning up against the bear.
as the bear, I'm gonna kind of nudge the body around and make sure that it's dead and not coming back to life.
Make a perception check.
Actually, the bear has a perception skill.
Mm-hmm.
13.
It seems pretty
Well-
dead.
Would I be using, since I was nuzzling him, would I be using smell? Because I have advantage on spells. Perception smell. If
That's what you want to do. You just gotta tell me.
I mean, it's still the same because the other one was worse. So
It seems like whatever this young man was is not there anymore. He's done.
Are his eyes open?
Yes.
Okay, Gary, since I'm standing right there, I'm going to set my axe down and kneel and close his eyes.
Okay.
I'm going to...
It was not the werewolf.
No, it
It was not the werewolf.
I'm gonna cast prayer of healing for everybody while I'm here.
Bless you.
Don't forget about your sin show.
I do have that. That helps.
Oh.
While we're sitting here, I'm going to show everybody the vampire spawn token, 1985. Can they see it? Yeah, they can see it.
We should also just take pictures of things as we're playing.
Yeah. That's the vampire spawn from 1985, part of the Cursed Land set.
Actually see anything.
I will light my sensor.
Oh,
Okay.
And then cast Prayer of Healing. Which is 2d8 plus 2. It casts at its full potential.
Yep.
So
So everybody heals 18 hit
18
points.
hit points back.
oh, hell
So
yeah.
I'm back.
Except for me. But I
I'm
also
back up
wasn't-
to full
But I
too.
will-
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bless.
I went to the
Bless.
format, I was never hit. So.
Okay, good.
I was never hit.
Well, he's a bear.
Scarecrow.
As you're
British
nuzzling the
folklore.
body, and Willow is doing her healing spell, you notice that the young man's fist clenches as the claws come out of his right hand. This is the only part of his body that moves. He does one swipe towards you because you're nuzzling him. 17. Does that hit?
Hold on, I get back to my bear form. Yeah, that hits.
You take 8 damage as he sort of slaps the claw on you, and then there's like another twitch before the claws retract and the body is fully dead.
Muscle spasm.
Gary screams. Scares the shit out of Gary.
While they're taking a breather, because I'm still just fine. Can I, using my bear strength, try to detach the chain from the wall?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a athlete strength. It's just probably just a strength check.
In
We should probably take the body to the father.
What was he?
that's a
17. Yeah. It's you don't have to tug very hard before it.
Yeah.
He had pulled it out a little bit, but
Willow
you pull it out all the way.
Doesn't know that.
It was just sort of
Oh,
wrapped around.
Eris probably
It was wrapped around
I've
that
heard stories, but
Mhm.
may not have
pillar.
connected the dots yet.
And you broke that chain where it was connected.
Is
The
he
body's
wearing? What kind? I'm sure his clothing is very tattered, but is he still wearing clothing? I'm assuming.
Yeah, he was wearing a very loose like a Hindley t-shirt that looks like it was probably a size or two too big, and then his pants were also loose. He wasn't wearing any. He was just wearing common clothes.
Gently, I'm going to try to gather a bunch of fabric in my mouth and pick up his body, and I'm going to start heading towards the stairs.
Okay.
But it's you. Obviously, we can't communicate, but you guys can tell that it's not like I'm not like trying
Yeah.
to eat the body.
You're not trying to eat him, yeah. We figure it.
Also, you're a person and not a real bear, so. Hey.
Hold on. I'm not. My voice isn't. Need like juice.
That was fun.
Oh yeah, so much fun.
Real combat.
Do we
Willow's little.
do any of us know like what he was?
Yeah, can we discern?
You
Because
can
he did say sucking blood.
you
Blood.
you can do a religion check, and you can either do history or nature, whichever you would prefer.
History's a +5. Yeah,
Gary,
I'm
how
gonna
you?
I'm gonna do a history check.
Alright. I have to take care of something real fast.
I'm going to just take the body. I'm actually going to, as gingerly as a bear can, lay it out on the dais.
Sure.
14 for history.
13 for.
In one way or another, I don't think either of you fully grasp what happened to this young man, what he was. But there are plenty of stories, fairy tales, monsters that can change a person and their physiology and their attitude. Religiously, pretty much the same thing. There are a multitude of curses and magics that can do this, but this seemed dark for both of you. No matter what, this was something that was most likely done against his will, and is a vicious thing.
Wine.
He said he went up to the castle and he walked in and he drank wine and then he woke up at his place.
It's quite the tale. That concerns me quite a bit. I mean, I was concerned in the first place, but
He was very young.
very young.
Somebody has to tell the father, and it's not, or the priest, and it's not going to be me.
Maybe we can get him to. We've laid his son to rest.
He looks at peace. You know, he's not chained up anymore.
He's being carried up the stairs presently.
Yes.
By a bear.
By our bear.
A bear in the church. Bear walked into a church.
Thatch, when you meander your way upstairs, it's still empty. It doesn't look like Donovich has come back, but the front doors are open. There's water coming in from the ceiling above you in that chamber, and you know there's a cold wind blowing through. And this place was a mess when you all walked in, but when you walked in, you all had a purpose. Now it's fully quiet. There's nothing going on. It's upsetting that somebody was still actively living here.
So after I get him all the way up to the dais and lay him as peacefully as I can as a bear, I will drop Wild Shape
Sure.
and instantly start casting Mending on his clothing to try to clean up.
His clothes weren't. They were dirty. They weren't, disgusting or anything. They were dirty. They weren't torn or anything.
I was going to try to somewhat try to
Clean
clean
him
him up a little bit,
Yeah.
make him a little bit more presentable for his.
Sure, you don't need to cast a spell to do that. It would be you almost ripped his arms off. There's not a whole lot that you can do.
I'll mend the clothing over where I almost ripped his arm.
Sure.
Trying to keep that part from his dad. Some random bear just came in. We don't know where it came from. You know.
Man, I probably could use some of those dice.
So I guess we'll just follow Thatch upstairs.
Yeah, I mean, let's get out of here.
It smells.
Maybe see what we can do, at least for the sun. Should I maybe try and go find Donovich?
I don't think we should be going around this town alone.
Probably not.
He should know.
Lay his son in the bedroom.
In the bedroom, not on the
And we should
dais?
probably prepare for some kind of... So, I mean, he couldn't do anything for his son, but to just walk down there and kill him.
We put his soul at
He's
rest.
probably the one who changed his son up.
I think he ran because he couldn't.
Reason. He probably couldn't face...
He knew it was coming. And probably didn't want to face it, so
Sorry for him.
I think we should prepare for 2 funerals.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Can I got a sinking feeling. Can I check the body?
Sure. What would you how what are you doing to the body?
I am dressing his wounds.
Okay.
Well, okay. I want to I'm metagaming. Never mind.
If you want to make a medicine check to try and assist Thatch in making him look like you all didn't fuck him up, you can absolutely do that. I'm gonna give you disadvantage on it for trying to beat me at my game. You can take it straight.
You said a medicine. Medicine disadvantage.
No, you can take it straight.
Oh. Okay. Medicine. 16.
There's several things that happened to this young man. Between the axe and the sickle and the bear claws, on top of him being in poor health previously, you both do as well as you can.
Okay.
In terms of finding something that you didn't necessarily know before, difficult.
Okay.
You all hit this poor son of a bitch hard and fast.
Yeah.
So there was a lot that happened.
He swung first.
He did.
He was a scary motherfucker. There's nothing wrong with what you did, but you all did it so quick.
Punch out first.
We did what we had to do.
We did what to? Do we want to cart around another dead body while we go get the other dead body? Did we leave him here?
We
Leave
leave
him
him
here in the bed.
We need to put him in the bedroom.
Put him in the bedroom, the one that is clean and made up.
Yes, the one on the far end of the left hallway.
Okay.
When you
Do
walk
that
in.
and then go find our Burgermeister, and
Gary, you're gonna have to carry him.
I can help.
You do drag his body.
Walk over and him up onto.
Sorry, what? I missed that.
We're taking him to the bedroom.
We're taking the
I
body to the bedroom.
I moved him in bear form when I'm much stronger. Now that I'm not in bear form anymore, I'm a weak boy.
Where are we taking it?
To the bedroom.
To the bedroom.
The spare bedroom.
Oh,
The one
okay.
that not left.
Okay, sure.
Got it.
I mean, it's easy enough. He was very gaunt. The body itself probably weighs 80 pounds.
Did you say you found another holy symbol?
Yes.
Or like necklace?
Yes.
And
No.
no? Never
They're
mind.
holy symbols.
They're holy.
of
It's the
both
same.
bits.
It's the same holy symbol. The
Okay.
one that's lived in is like iron, and the one in the not lived in bedroom is wood.
I was
The one
just
in the
I was
chapel.
looking for like a rosary that I could like stick on his chest.
Nobody found it.
Okay, cool. I didn't think so.
The
All
one
right.
in the chapel is metal. The ones in the bedroom is wood.
I remember when we went.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
going to
Yeah, just
Right.
move him.
lay him in the bed. I'm gonna set him down on the floor first and roll the sheets back. Lay him in the bed. Cover his face with the sheet.
Sure.
And Gary is a little shaken up.
This none of you all are incredibly experienced in combat, much less killing in a very up close manner.
yeah.
And even beyond that, for what little experience you all do have with that particular type of violence, the horror aspect of this, the body horror and the overall scariness of the whole thing is traumatizing, to say the least, on top of being dropped into the whole Barovia situation so immediately. So yeah, taking some time in this situation is nothing to be looked down upon. And as you lay this young man to rest, cover his face with a sheet, and look out the front door, you notice the sun is starting to set, and the rain is getting a little bit harder. And we're going to end Chapter 2 of Curse of Strahd from Board Game House. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for playing. I think we did a really good job.
Yeah.
Our first big combat, I think, went pretty well.
Yeah.
We're getting used to our characters. We're getting used to each other. There were a couple questions in chat about subclasses. So I want to go around real fast just so everybody knows what we're all playing. Eris is a warlock, and you are a Pact of the Tome warlock. Megan, Gary is a wild magic barbarian. Thatch is a Circle of the Moon druid, and Willow is a cleric
Of the peace domain.
of the Peace Domain. Yeah, so thank you all again for being here. I love sitting in this seat. The first episode to me didn't feel great. I feel so much better about it this time. Wednesday, Megan, Steven, and myself will be back. We are playing Arch Ravels from XYZ Games. Very excited about that. Friday, the first stream of September, we're going to be playing Big Thunder Mountain Railroad from Funko Games. And next Monday, back to Charterstone. Megan, alive again.
I am alive.
No longer a ghost. And we are trudging through. That Forever King is a son of a bitch. But yeah, thank you all for being here. We
Who's
hope
worse,
to see you.
Strahd or the Forever King?
The Forever King, no question.
That's true. But all right.
In Derek's headcanon, he doesn't get to play the Forever King, so yes, the Forever King is worse.
But yes, Anna, Taylor, thank you all for joining us. We will see you all in 2 weeks
Yay.
for Chapter 3, where we're going to go see Ismar and his sister.
Nah, we're done.
Wrap it up.
We're become farmers now.
Yeah, we're.
At a bar?
But yes, thank you all. I don't think we're going to raid anybody tonight. I think we're just going to cut her off. This will be up on YouTube sometime this week. So if you want to rewatch or catch anything that you missed, it'll be up on YouTube. And we will see you all Wednesday.
Bye, guys.
Love each other. What happened to peace? Don't forget the merch. Don't forget the merch.
Moisturize.